This evening I am making a tomato and red pepper soup in my slow cooker. It was actually the first recipe that I ever made on the Home Ec Hub. So if you scroll back through my highlights, you'll find the red pepper and tomato. It was a roasted red pepper and tomato soup, but I'm going to chance it in the slow cooker now instead. So I haven't roasted the tomatoes or I haven't roasted the peppers. You probably could do that first for better flavour, but I'm going to chance it anyway and I'll let you know how it turns out. So I'm just going to run through the ingredients really quickly. So I have half a litre of chicken stock. Swap the chicken for vegetable if you're vegetarian, and I'm using the low sodium stock cubes. Then I have 2 punnets of cherry tomatoes. These are delicious, even on their own as a snack. Next up is the celery. In the original recipe, I don't think I had any celery or leek, but I've added them in because they're in season and I'm trying to adhere to the Stop Food Waste calendar as much as possible. Then I have some onions. As you can see, these are frozen onions. I just usually buy loads of onions, chop them up, put them in a lunchbox, and then take them out as I need them. Then I have 2 large red peppers. If they're small, you'd need to use 3. Next, onto the leek. So there was loads of leek. So what I did was I, again, sliced it all up, and then I'm going to pop these 2 into the freezer. And then the next time I'm making soup, just to save time, anything for an easier life, I'm just going to take these out and then put them into the slow cooker directly. And the same then for the onions. You can do it with any veg, really. Mushrooms don't freeze that well, but other than that, time I'm making soup, just to save time, anything for an easier life, I'm just going to take these out and then put them into the slow cooker directly. And the same then for the onions. You can do it with any veg, really. Mushrooms don't freeze that well, but other than that, I try and freeze as much as I can. And then I have 3 cloves of garlic. I'm not even going to chop them, I'm just going to throw them in. It's going to be blended up at the end anyway. So I've added in all the veg and I'm just going to give it a quick stir around and then cover it with the stock. I underestimated that, so I'm adding another half of a litre. So I've added enough liquid to cover all of the veg, so I'm just going to close down the lid and I'm turning it up to high heat for 2 hours. And I do have some fresh parsley as well to add in, but I'll add that in later. So I've added enough liquid to cover all of the veg, so I'm just going to close down the lid and I'm turning it up to high heat for 2 hours. And I do have some fresh parsley as well to add in, but I'll add that in later. I'm just after washing it and I'm going to add the stalks in as well because there's loads of flavour in that. It's another thing that was on the Stop Food Waste calendar as well for November, so the more the merrier.